First team offense, first team defense obviously seemed like they had a really good day out there. What'd you see?
Yeah, I thought, really the whole entire 15 practices, the goal going into this was our guys to come out here and compete and take advantage of it and take it seriously and use it as really an opportunity like for us a game. And we talked earlier in the week, let's be game ready by the spring game. And I thought the guys did that. There were some good things. I thought the first two groups, the first offense, first defense that we had labeled for spring did a good job today. It was difficult for the second offense to move the ball. It was good to see some big throws and catches being made some runs as well, so the balance that way was good. But overall, the guys competed. I think the transitioning, the special teams, it doesn't look like much, because we're not going live, but for us it's a big deal, getting different guys in and seeing them transition and how we do it. The practice style that we use for special teams was important to us. But the mentality really coming into this was very good. We went at halftime, simulated that. This is the last time we really get to do this. All right, we're going to do it in fall camp, but we don't get to do it until August. And so, for us, hey, let's take advantage of it. We got to learn as much as we can and apply it going into summer. What does that mean? How are we going to change summer up based off what we learned? And then we changed fall camp a little bit from last year based off what we were doing as a team. So I thought the guys focused. I thought the coaches getting guys ready and prepped. I thought execution today with the first group was good. The second group, not very good. And not in a bad way, but they're up. It's an uphill battle for them. That's the challenge. And you're not in that starting position necessarily right now. That is the challenge. That's the uphill battle you got to keep fighting. And I want to see those guys do that. And I think we got better with that group. I think our depth is closer than people think. But when we get the new guys coming in this summer and we get everybody together, and by July we're a full team, we'll have a lot better idea where we are.
We've asked you a lot about Octavius throughout the spring, but to see him come up today with a couple of nice touchdown catches.
Yeah, it was good. He went up and snatched the ball, played aggressive. He's got the ability to do that. I think for him, he's a young player, still just reps. Brett did a good job getting guys in position to make plays. But ultimately, for Octavius and that whole wide receiver group, those guys worked harder than we've ever had a crew at wide receiver have to work just because the numbers are down. They've ran and they're going back and forth. Sean Modster's running with the Boise State team, then he's running with the Broncos, and that was really why it's set up that way, so we could do it. And he's out there getting a ton of reps and making them count. So I'm excited for this group. I like what we've done. We have a ways to go. I'm excited to bring the new guys into and get this group where it needs to be depth-wise, and then developing them through the summer and ready for fall camp.
With the way the quarterbacks played, Brett obviously had a heck of a, his two quarters.
Yeah, what was his stats?
I think 15 to 19 for 275,
okay, yeah.
3 touchdowns.
Yeah, so he had a good day.
That's not bad. And also, when Chase got in there with the ones too, he had 3 touchdown pass, then had that long touchdown run too.
Yeah, and a lot of that, I think protection, guys up front, giving the quarterbacks a little bit of time, which I thought the first offense did that. So when Chase got in there, he ran one. You could see his speed. He's got the ability to run, and then he threw a couple good balls, but the one touchdown that I thought was very good. So he's had a great spring practices, and I think Jalen, coming in, Chase has been here. Jalen's a little further behind just because he got here. And Brett would tell you when he came here his first spring, by this time he wanted out of it. Just wanted to be over and go on to the next thing. And Jalen's done a great job competing. He's just not there yet. Brandon B comes in, threw the touchdown. We ended it on that right there. He came in ready to go. So I think that group's done a really good job. I think Brett, obviously today, having a good day was good, and that's a good way to finish up spring. And then that needs to carry over into summer and fall, and hopefully a continuation as we go into the season.
You think about where you are today compared to practice one, a month ago.
Yeah.
How do you feel overall about the team going into the summer, and what do you need to accomplish and get done before you guys meet up for the start of fall camp?
I feel like we're better fundamentally, which is what our focus was as a staff, just going on there and really working on the fundamentals, the basics, and that includes special teams, offense, defense, all that. I think we're better there. I thought we were more competitive this spring than we have been, and really that's a mindset more than anything. As far as what we got to do, a lot. I mean, there's so many things. It's just, physically we're not there. Knowledge, of what we're doing systematically, in all 3 phases, we're not there yet. But these guys, they work. And this group here, the vibe of this team, they work really hard, and whatever we're emphasizing, they're going to try to accomplish, and they're going to put their focus on it. So that just attention to that type of detail and focus is going to help us. So if we can continue that in the summer and whatever we're doing then, and we're getting into strength and conditioning, we're getting into different things that we want to do in the summer before we get into fall camp, if that focus is in the right direction, then we're going to be progressing the way we want to.
You mentioned attention. I mean, with the way you guys finished the year, you're going to start next year probably ranked. I mean, there's going to be, they're the top group of 5 team, all this stuff. I mean, do you think this team is ready to kind of be under the microscope a little bit, handle some of that going into next year?
We had that exact message in the team meeting, and we can't control that. And I think the message to our team is don't worry about that. Whatever comes along with our success from last year's team, there's nothing we can do about it now. All we can focus on is 2018. And it sounds cliche, and I know everybody says that, but the way we operate, when we're focused on the task at hand, and when we're focused on just the day-to-day, when we're focused on that process, that's when we operate the best. If we start getting too far out of it and start thinking about this and that, or somebody's telling us something that we haven't even accomplished, because we all know at the end of the year, that's when it really matters. And we got a long ways to go. The teams we're playing, we're focused on the teams we're playing. Troy is really good. Troy is a team that we have to travel there and play. They played us last year. They played us close. We had some things on special teams go our way, and we have a lot of focus on that game. But before we get to that, just how we did in spring, back to ourselves. Iron sharpens iron. Let's keep developing our team. Let's keep getting ourselves better. Focus on that, and we'll get ready to go play eventually. But we're not there yet. So I think the challenge for this team is the leadership on it. It has to keep this group and this nucleus focused on what we're doing and what really matters to our success.